Hello and welcome to today's class. Today is all about feeling good. We've got some feel good yoga. I'd say it's beginner to intermediate level. And for props besides your yoga mat, what you'll need are 2 yoga blocks. You might need a yoga strap or a resistance band, something to hold on to, and then possibly some additional cushioning for your knees. So you can just double fold your yoga mat, but I picked up one of these from Decathlon, and it's just a really handy little foam cushion for your knee. So I'm going to be using that. All right, so with that being said, let's get started. All right, so we're going to be starting on our legs. Now we're just going to be sitting on our feet. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can take a yoga block and you can place it in between your legs and sit on the yoga block instead, just to give yourself a little bit of height. You can even place a second block there if that feels more comfortable for you. Otherwise, just sitting down, hands are on your knees, and I want you to take a moment and just close your eyes and just feel your spine. Feel how it sits in your body, and feel your shoulders. I want you to gently lengthen the spine up and push the shoulders down. And just feel how the chest wants to expand and open as you grow the spine and move the shoulders away from the ears. At the same time, I want you to lengthen the neck, particularly the back of the neck, but also lengthen the front. And then I want you to think about opening your heart and your chest, but without splaying your rib cage. So keep that rib cage closed, but open the chest. And feel how much fire this generates in the body as you do this. And then gently open your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And let's begin. So as we inhale, I want you to think about expanding your chest, looking up slightly, pushing the shoulders down. And as you exhale, reverse that motion. I want you to think about rounding the spine, dropping the chin, looking towards your navel. And again, inhale, open the chest and the heart, arch the spine, lifting the chin slightly, pushing the shoulders down. And exhale, curl the body. You can bring your hands to your knees now, and you can really push against your knees to help you here. So inhale. Really push against the knees to help squeeze your chest through your arms. Arch the back. Open the heart. Look up. Lift the tailbone up. Exhale. Curl the spine. Lengthen the arms. Push into the knees. Push the spine backwards away from you. Inhale. Arch. And exhale. Curl. Inhale. Arch. Exhale, curl. And I want you to slowly start rocking backwards and forwards. And the more you rock, the more you find that instead of this just being an arch and contract, you start to sway the body up and down as well, moving like a snake. Inhale, leaning the body forward, maybe coming all the way down onto your thighs. Exhale, pushing away, rolling the spine up. And just making this kind of dance motion to warm up the spine, the neck, the chest, the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more just like this. Inhale. And exhale, slowly rolling up to a neutral position. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my knee cushion and put it underneath my right knee. I'm going to bring my left leg out in front of me. My hands are behind me. They can be flat, they can be templed, whatever is more comfortable for you. And I just want you to lift up. So squeeze the glutes and lift up. Push the hips to the wall in front of you or up towards the ceiling. And really push the hands into the floor so as to pop out of the chest, just like we did in the beginning. If you want, you can drop the head back. If that makes you feel lightheaded, keep looking forward or look up towards the ceiling. And then coming down, take a moment, take a deep breath. And one more. So I like to think of this as a half camel position. So really activating the glutes and the hamstrings. Push the floor away from you, open the heart, and down. All right, so we're going to be doing that again, but this time I want you to come up into a nice high lunge, so you've got nice square hips. You can tuck the toes at the back, and you can also have a yoga block nearby you in case you need it. I would put it round about where my back foot is. If you need to balance with one hand on the wall, it will be the same hand as the leg that's in front or a chair, then go ahead and do that. Otherwise, what we're doing is we're reaching our right hand back towards our right block or towards our right foot. I'm resting it on the heel, whatever is more comfortable for you. Lock out that arm and really push against the block or the heel for a bit of support. Push the hips forward just like you did. Squeeze the glutes at the back and then lengthen the left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale. See if you can grow the chest up, open the spine. And as you exhale, I want you to side bend towards the right. Inhale, come back up. See if you can go into more of a back bend by opening the heart even more to the ceiling. And exhale, side bend, really pushing on the block or your back heel to help you stabilize. Inhale, coming back. See if you can come into more of a back bend. So each time you're deepening this position. If it starts to become too much on the toes and you're comfortable, you can untuck them and come all the way down onto your hand on the floor. Inhale, just move slowly to keep your balance. Maybe you're at a point where you can drop your head back. Half camel. Exhale slowly into side bend. And one more, revolving the shoulders up to the ceiling, back bend, open the heart, and side bend. If you want, you can sit your hips down, take a moment, really, really good. And from there, we're going to come back up into our lunge. You can grab your blocks if you need them, tucking the back toes. And we're just going to come forward into a deep lunge. So I'm going to move a little bit back. So you're coming into a nice deep lunge from your high lunge. So you can have a hand resting on either side of your foot on a block. You can adjust the height of the block depending on where you're at. And I just want you to take a moment here to just feel the deepening stretch sensation in the hip. I can untuck my back toes if that feels comfortable for you. And instead of leaning forward, if it's available to you, you can start to push your hands against your thigh and slowly lift the heart up to the ceiling. So I don't want you to think back bend, I want you to think heart opening up to the ceiling. It really helps to squeeze the glutes at the back, and that also helps the deepening sensation in the front of the hips. Push the hands against the thigh and just breathe. Think about the air coming in and creating space in the front of your body, the heart, the hips. Hold it there. And then slowly come out of that. If you're on your blocks, you can have them nearby. Tuck the back toes, and we're going to push up into a forward-facing triangle. All right, so very important with triangle, we really want to square out our hips. So we don't want the hips kind of facing out to the side. You want to revolve them down towards the floor. I like to lift up my back heel, and that really helps me square out my hips. We also don't want a rounded spine. We want a nice long spine. So it is a bit more intense in the hamstring, but that's okay. So remember, you can be right up on blocks. You can also have your hand up on your thigh if you really can't get down too low, but you want a nice straight back. So from the crown of the head to the coccyx, nice straight back. Keeping those hips squared. You're going to bend nice and deep into the back leg only. Front leg stays straight. Inhale, coming up. exhale down. So I'm lifting up on my back tippy toes, and that's not changing at all. So if you're lower down or you're not using blocks, you're up onto your fingertips. And it is pretty intense in the hamstring, so just make peace with that. We're going to do 4 more lunges here. 4, lengthen the spine. 3, good. 2, and last one. Good. Okay, I'm going to move my padding out the way. Now, what you're going to do from here is you're going to actually turn this front foot to face the back wall, and I'm going to revolve my hips so that I'm sitting down onto my right hip. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually turn around so that you can see this better. So I'm sitting down onto my right hip, and I've got my right hand supporting me at the bottom. Your left leg is bent up over the right, and we don't want this knee to collapse. Open that knee and flex the bottom foot, and think about lengthening the bottom leg far away from you. All right, in this position, you're going to press down with the front foot into the ground and the hand into the ground, and you're going to lift your hips up towards the ceiling and lengthen the arm up overhead. And then slowly come back down. Inhale, come up, nice and slow, and exhale down. And just look at one point in front of you for balance, and down. Good, and up. And it becomes a kind of dance, so just enjoy that movement. And coming all the way down, you're going to lie onto your elbow. I like to have my hand pointing forwards, and don't collapse. So we're not reading a book at the beach. Push the floor away from you, come up out of the shoulder. Again, open the knee, flex the foot at the bottom, and in order to work our inner thighs, we're going to lift the bottom leg up to the ceiling. It's only going to move about this much. Inhale and exhale for 10. Inhale down. Exhale 9. Inhale down. Exhale 8. And 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, good, 2, feel that inner thigh, last one, and come down. Okay, you are going to roll down to your side and onto your back. And we're just going to come into a happy baby pose. So the legs are bent, and you might need your yoga strap if you are inflexible, so have it nearby. Happy baby. So we are lifting the legs up into an air squat, and I'm thinking about bringing my knees all the way down to my armpits as if I wanted to tuck them in there. Now, I find it most comfortable to grab my feet on the outside and have my elbows on the inside. So that's the position I like. You can, however, have your elbows on the outside. You can also grab your feet from the inside. You can make a peace sign, and you can thread those fingers through the big toe, and you can hold like that. If you can't get anywhere near your legs, then you just want to grab your yoga strap, put it over your knees, and then find your toes. Open the legs nice and wide, flex the feet, and bend as much as you can, and you're just holding on the strap. And you're pulling down on that strap. Keep the legs nice and wide, as if you're holding a beach ball between your legs. All right, and from here we're going to do a bit of counter resistance. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, pull down while kicking up. Pull down, kick up, pull down, kick up. Inhale, release. Exhale, resist. Happy baby with resistance. You only need to use about 20 to 30% effort here. Inhale and exhale, resist. So feet go straight up to the ceiling as if you're trying to stand on the wall. Inhale, see if you can bring those knees more into the armpits. Exhale, resist. And feel how the lower back lengthens along the ground. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale. Really, really good. Okay, from there we're going to swap into the other side. So if you had your left leg on the top, you're now going to roll onto the side so that your right leg comes onto the top. Right on the top, left along the bottom. I'm just going to switch sides so that you can see. Okay, so you're on your elbow. I've got my right leg at the top, left on the bottom, pushing the floor away from me, flexing the bottom foot, lengthening that leg out nice and long. And let's start with those inner thigh squeezes. Inhale to prepare and exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift the bottom leg. 2, good. And 3, and 4. Inhale down, exhale up. 5, inhale down, exhale up. 6, inhale down, exhale. 7, looking good. And 8, squeeze that inner thigh, make it work. 9, make it burn. And 10, hold, hold, hold. And come down. All right, stay in this position, but come up onto your hand. We're going to go into the lounge lizard, as I like to call it, where we reach over to the side. So get your balance. I'm really using my foot and my bottom hand to kind of stabilize me as I push them into the floor. So inhale to prepare, lift up and overhead, side bend, and exhale coming down. Inhale up, side bend. Look at one point in front of you for balance. Exhale down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And enjoy this movement. Inhale up and over. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. Push those hips up. Lean over. And slowly down. Good. All right, you are keeping your right leg on top in front. You're just moving it forward into a nice deep lunge. So from the lunge, grab your blocks if you use them, tuck the back toes and push up into your triangle. So remember, you've got your front leg completely straight. You're up on the back toes and you've squared off your hips. All right, we don't want any hips kind of opening out to the side. Really revolve them so that they're both facing forward and down. Pushing into the block so as to lengthen the spine. Nice long spine from the crown of the head through your neck all the way to your coccyx. Don't round. Nice and long. We're going to bend just the back knee 10 times. Inhale and exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can get lower each time and lengthen the spine even more. This is 3, looking good. And 4. And 5. And 6. I know it burns in the hamstring, but it's so good for you. 7, looking really good. 8. And 9, last one, you got this. 10, lengthen that spine. See if you can come down even more. And coming into your nice deep lunge. Untuck those toes. If you need some padding for the back knee, you can get it. If you need your yoga blocks to help you, then go and grab that too. And just leaning nice and forward. So again, feeling that opening in the front body, squeezing the glutes at the back. Inhale, lightness and air all the way through the front body into the hip and down to the back knee. If it's comfortable for you, placing your hands on your knee and pushing away ever so slightly. You're not thinking back bend, you're thinking heart open. Open that heart to the ceiling, squeeze the glutes at the back, sink those hips down, and then just enjoy that sensation of the stretching in the front body. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And then pushing yourself back up into a high lunge position. And you can have one block nearby your back foot. So again, I'm going to turn around so that you can see me. Okay, so I've got my toes tucked at the back. You've got your block there. You're either leaning your hand on your block and really locking out that arm and pushing against the block for support. Push the hips forward, squeeze the glutes. That's going to make you feel strong and stable. And by doing that, you automatically open the front body. Other arm comes up to the ceiling. Opening the chest, shoulders are facing up to the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, side bend towards your back leg. And then inhale, revolve those shoulders up towards the ceiling again. See if you can push the hips forward more, open the heart even more. Exhale, side bend. Use your breath. Inhale, revolving. Maybe you're adjusting your hand. I'm now going to lengthen my toes along the mat. Hand comes down. Revolve those shoulders up to the ceiling. Maybe you can let go of your head if that feels comfortable. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, back bend. Push the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, push the floor away from you wherever you're at. Exhale, side bend. And last one, make it your deepest yet. And exhale, side bend. And then slowly come round through your side bend onto the ground. Back onto your feet, just the way that we started. Just roll those shoulders and enjoy the sensations in your body of having switched on all those muscles, getting the blood flowing, getting the lymph flowing throughout our body, getting rid of all those toxins. Take a moment here, close your eyes. Deep breath in. Exhale out all the impurities, all the negativity, all the pressure, all the stress. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart for prayer. Slow your breathing down, deepen it. Notice in your body how your spine feels compared to how it felt when you started. Does it feel more alive? Does it feel straighter? Does it feel tired? Your shoulders, how are they sitting in relation to your spine and your ears and your chest? Do you feel that you have more control over them? Is it easier to keep them in good posture? So just take a moment to check in with your body and notice the difference from before your practice to now. And acknowledge the hard work that you've done. So thank you so much for allowing me to guide you on this short, feel-good yoga class. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Namaste.